it would be work hard and keep repeating it. Keep doing it every single day. There is no substitute for hard work.
Now, in today's day and age where everything is AI led, right? I don't think technology is the differentiator anymore.
Absolutely.
It's become a cat and mouse chase. The one who has greater marketing skills, the one who's got the early funds to go market it quickly, they are the ones who just win the game and move ahead.
Everybody knew how to operate it, but as a matter of fact, when I was sitting with one of my friend who's aced it, the game, showed me few things that literally blew my mind, and I realized majority of us don't even use 5% of Excel.
Exactly.
In the same way, ChatGPT is a huge, it's an ocean. We are possibly, just not even at 5%. I can tell you that. Okay? AI is here to stay, and we should rather become friends and bring it into our ecosystem rather than trying to resist.
Only a billionaire has the right to say this, that I'm so bored, because he's made so much money and now he doesn't know what to do with it.
Absolutely.
Right?
I completely agree.
Yeah, so until and unless you get to that point, if you say that money doesn't buy you happiness, you're actually wrong. Hi everyone, welcome to yet another episode of the Sharmin Ali Show. And guess what? We are in New Delhi, India. Yes, I traveled all the way from New York just to meet this wonderful human being who I have just met, and we've had a pretty good conversation. So I know what he's up to, but here he is, all for you. Welcome, Pramod, and here is his amazing book, The Startup Founder's Guide to Digital Marketing. And we would talk about it in more detail, but before that, I'd love to know more about you.
Thank you so much for having me here, Sharmin.
Pramod, so tell me more about yourself. Where were you born? What were you doing so long? And what have you, what is something that really excites you? What's your passion? Yeah, tell me everything.
Okay, so I was born in a humble middle-class family in Rajasthan, Bikaner. We moved to Kolkata when I was 2 years. My parents moved to Kolkata for better work opportunities, and ever since then, my schooling, college happened in Kolkata. Thereafter, I had to fly to Hyderabad to finish my MBA program. That was my first chance to breathe independent, if I may say so. Moving out of the dependencies and shadows of your family just makes you feel, it gives you a different high. And I can tell you, as I go down the memory lane right now, also I feel the excitement, the one that 2008 gave me as an experience. Thereafter, my first exposure to the corporate world happened when I was in my MBA program, and I still remember vividly Udayan Bose, founder of internet digital marketing company, had visited our campus. He spoke about digital marketing, and that was the day I felt mesmerized. I was like, this is it. This is what I want to do to earn my bread, to live my life. Next morning, fast forward, I wrote an email, requested him to give me a chance to learn more about it. He was very, very gracious, accepted it. And with my MBA program side by side, I would travel 30 kilometers every day. My campus was a little far off the city.
IBS Hyderabad.
IBS Hyderabad. Yes. Every day would use public transport, not very easy, but I did it, and I am so glad that first exposure set the foundation for my digital marketing understanding. Thereafter, I went to Delhi, worked with an agency by the name Quasar, enjoyed my experience working with clients of the likes of Make My Trip, Sher Khan, Reuters, and so on and so forth. Life had its own plan. Fast forward 2009, I was in an agency in Hyderabad which got shut. If you remember, US economy went through doldrums that time. And
that was the Lehman Brothers time.
Yes. And that's the time when the company that I was working for was shut. So I thought, okay, it's time to pack your bags, go back to my hometown.
Yeah.
And I thought, whatever little I had learned, it was time for me to try and do something on my own. And that is how Kreative Machinez, which still remains my
Amazing.
part of my integral part of life, started in 2009.
Nice.
And we kept on adding one department after the other. We started as a 2-member team, and today we stand as a full-time professional team of 113 professionals.
113.
Yes.
Amazing. From 2 to 113.
Yes,
Amazing.
and
That is so cool.
we also tried a lot of tech-enabled startups, digital
Yes.
assets we created through the journey from the Kolkata pages to Sahi Hai Bazaar, Republic of Influencers, Stupid Chat, IPL 2016, and
You've
the
done
most
marketing for the IPL as well?
we created an app for IPL 10, which became an instant hit. Like in less than 100 days, we had 500,000 installs.
Wow.
Yeah, and the most recent adventure is this. I authored this. I'm seeing this in the market finally after almost 2 years of working.
2 years of writing
So yeah,
the book.
yes,
Yeah.
it
Okay.
takes. a lot.
I would love to talk more about the book, but before that, I want to sort of get to know you as a person a little bit more. What is it that really excites you in life? I mean,
I
like
think-
when you wake up in the morning, right? So what is it that you're looking forward to?
What are the next new projects? What are the big payments? And
You mean money?
yeah, money is very important. I would like to say this to everyone who's watching this. You talk of all the great philosophies around money only when you've made a lot of money. So for now, let's make more money.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely clear about it. You have to have money, Sharmeen, if you want to do something that you want to do. Your passion can only be driven if you have enough to be
Yeah.
taking care of your day-to-day things, right?
Yeah.
So you need money, and I mean, I'm more than happy to accept it. No, I don't know how people look at it, but I love money. I love working hard. I love being successful, and that's what drives me. To answer your question,
Yeah.
running for better health, running for being better at my work, and trying all my efforts to be loved by people around is broadly the three things that drives me.
Awesome. Because you mentioned no money is ever enough. So once a billionaire person who happened to be an investor in one of my companies, he'd mentioned something very interesting. We were sitting over over a couple of drinks, and he was like, only a billionaire has the right to say this, that I'm so bored because he's made so much money.
Okay.
And now he doesn't know what to do with it.
Absolutely.
Right?
I completely agree.
Yeah, so until and unless you get to that point, if you say that money doesn't buy you happiness, you're actually wrong, because
I completely
More the
agree to
merrier.
what
Yeah.
your friend said. And I hope I also get a chance to have a drink or two with your friend, because it's so inspiring to be sitting with somebody who has made it, sitting with him and trying to figure out, okay, this is what the billionaire mindset is. We talk so much about how to be successful, but I can tell you from whatever little experience I have, Sharmeen, that there is a different mindset with these
course.
gentlemen, with these successful people. They think in a different way. They approach a problem in a different way. They have a different game plan in their mind,
Of course,
which
yes.
is something I'm always
Yeah.
intrigued. This is another thing that drives me. To answer your question, I love to watch, read about successful people. That's something which gives me an instant dopamine hit.
Dopamine hit, yes, that's what we all need, right, every day in order to be doing some stuff. So what I would love to know was, what was the process that went into writing this book? I mean, I know that it's digital marketing and that's pretty much your livelihood, right? So obviously you know the ins and outs of digital marketing, but what was the inspiration behind this book? Why did you want to write it? And what was the process like, starting from research to actually writing it and then deciding to getting it out? Yeah.
So I'll tell you, it started not as difficult as it sounds when you ask this question. I had the blueprint pretty much in my mind, and it just took me 2 sessions, like 2 sittings in the mornings, to get the structure. It's like creating a building, Sharmeen. When you create a building, you first need to set the foundation, put the structure, and then all the interior work happens, right? The same way. So my structure, the skeleton of the book, which is broadly, what are the topics that I want to touch about? What are the key points that I want to put into each of these topics? Just took me 2 sittings, like three and a half hours, and I was there with the structure. And why did I do this? I had two reasons. First, in last 15 years of running the agency, Sharmin, came across a lot of very successful or a lot of great ideas, not successful, but great ideas which did not become successful. And I realized a large part of it, I would not say entirely it was because of poor marketing, but a large part of it was because of poor marketing, which was because of lack of understanding of the subject matter.
Yeah.
And I felt India is at a stage where the startup ecosystem is at a different level. You know, the startup ecosystem was blowing apart, and I felt if I can put all my learnings, experience of 15 years into a book, which could be a guide, which could be a handbook for these D2C brand owners, startups. You know, you see startups finding the digital platform as the heart of their entire marketing game. If I can make it easy for them, I would A, feel the satisfaction of having added value in somebody's life. B, if I look at the larger picture, I would be indirectly contributing to the growth story of India. So yeah, precisely
Which brings me to my next question. How many startups are you working with right now?
So
in Kreative Machinez?
Yeah, at this point there are a couple of them. So in last 15 years, I've worked with over a dozen of startups. But at the moment, I'm working with a couple of them. One of them is in the EV segment.
Okay.
They are based out of Dubai. They are trying to create a B2B startup, which is only reaching out to F&B and delivery companies, especially, and trying to sell them the electric vehicles. So very, very exciting times. I feel in next 5 years, we are going to see a very different infrastructure and transport and logistics around us. In the next 5 years, I'm looking forward to see a greener and a cleaner, environmental friendly practices being adopted by different governments, and hopefully the planet becomes nicer, greener, and more safer for all of us.
So I have a question. So let's say if I start my next company tomorrow, and if I want to get my marketing done by your team, right? So what is the best way to reach out to you? Number one. Number two, how do I know, or rather, how do you know if I am a good fit, right? Because it's not just from my perspective,
Absolutely.
but even from your perspective, right? You should be able to work with a team that aligns with your thought process.
Absolutely, Sharmin. So to reach out, it's very easy. You just need to look out for best digital marketing companies in India on Google, and you would show us. I'm not showing off. That's the truth, God's honest truth. You would find us right on top, and otherwise you can go to www.creativemachines.com, and there are different ways in which you can reach out to my team, and then we have our pre-boarding team, which is going to kickstart the discussion. Send you a questionnaire.
I can reach out to you directly, right?
Absolutely, more than happy. So how we go about the onboarding process is we first understand more about our onboarding process is very simple. We receive the inquiry on basis of the contact details and especially the website URL. My team does the first-hand research, looks at what the company is about, looks at the industry. So there are almost 5 to 6 industries that we are most comfortable working with. So that's the first filter, right? Next, we send them a questionnaire, which to get a deeper understanding about what is your goal, what is it that you're hiring us for, what is the target audience that you're trying to reach out, what are the key goals, the expected leads or / sales that you're looking in the next 6 months. I mean, when we onboard a client, the minimum amount of commitment that we expect for it to be a fruitful partnership is 6 months.
6 months.
So yeah, that's our threshold limit. And after the questionnaire, we get on a Google Meet, a Zoom call, and we get on with the questions, follow-up questions on basis of the responses that we've received in the questionnaire. And from there, we get to the proposal stage where we put together our ideas and share it with the client. And then it's about the final stage, which is more about the commercials, payment terms, and boom, we are ready to take off.
Yeah. And you do all forms of marketing.
Yes,
All types.
broadly, we are a one-stop solution for
Yeah.
digital platform. But if you ask us, the top three offerings that we would offer, or we would like to believe we are really strong at, the strongest, would be performance marketing on both social and search,
Yeah.
organic marketing, search engine optimization, and personal brand management. We are really strong with these three.
Got it. Amazing. Which brings me to my next question, because I have a history with AI companies, because I've built and sold 2 AI companies now. So how has AI impacted your business, your life, and the industry?
Okay, so back in 2020, 2021 was the first time when we felt the tremors in our organization, because we suddenly saw some of the clients saying that this part of the job is something that we would do ourselves. So why don't we work with X minus 40%, the retainer? This started showing up little often during those days, and that's when we realized that okay, AI is slowly making its inroads into our area of work. From doing content to making small design work, it was all taken care by AI tools. So that's where we felt there was a need for us to do a bit of introspection and see how can we fit in, how can we deal with this situation.
Right.
And after a bit of mulling over this, we as a team understood that whether we like it or not, we can't
have to
ignore
adapt.
it. We have to live with it. So it was, internally accepted that okay, AI is here to stay, and we should rather become friends and bring it into
Yeah.
our ecosystem rather than trying to resist.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. We decided to rope in a lot of AI tools and make our services more competitive in terms of pricing, because that's what the customers' demand was. And Sharmi, no matter what you're doing, where you're doing, there is one ground rule which can never change, and that is customers are always right.
Yeah.
Right?
Customer is
So,
king.
Customer is king.
So help me understand this. What's your favorite AI tool?
The one which I started my journey with remains to be one of my most favorite tool, ChatGPT.
Everyone
Can
is,
help you.
right?
No, I'll tell you something very interesting about ChatGPT, Sharmeen. Just like Microsoft Excel back in early 2000, when was a very popular tool on computers, everybody thought everybody knew how to operate it. But as a matter of fact, when I was sitting with one of my friend who's aced the game, showed me few things that literally blew my mind, and I realized majority of us don't even use 5% of Excel. In
Exactly.
the same way, ChatGPT is a huge, it's an ocean. We are possibly, just not even at 5%. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
So the amount of ChatGPT that I have brought into my day-to-day use with regards to my drafting needs and basic presentation or design needs is something which is usually used by everybody, but
Yeah.
it is far beyond it. And we'll have to have a
Of
separate
course.
chat to
Yeah.
make you sit across and show you some of the craziest things that can happen using ChatGPT.
Yeah. The other day, one of my teammates was asking me this. So she had to sort of get something done for a client that she's working with. And she's like, do you have a prompt for this? She asked me this. And I was like, no, you don't need a prompt for everything. All you need to know is how to flirt with AI. Right? And it was so much fun because I was like, think of it as your friend, as your
Absolutely.
therapist, right? And just say, so this is how I talk to my ChatGPT, right? And if somebody were to open my ChatGPT, they'd find such grotesque conversation. I'm like, hey ChatGPT, I'm having a really bad day. This person messed up my head. I
Yeah.
don't know how to get this done. So this is a problem. This is the thing. Give me something, and then it just gives me this amazing therapeutic content. And I'm
Absolutely,
like,
it does.
I have my new therapist. There you
As
go.
as
It's
as, as a matter of
amazing.
fact, Sharmeen, you have 5-6 very prominent hats which you can make the ChatGPT wear.
Yeah.
Like you can make 5-6 prominent hats that you can make ChatGPT wear. Like you can make ChatGPT your a friend who's a advisor come a good listener. You can make ChatGPT look like a counselor, psychiatrist, therapist, whatever you call it. You can actually also quote unquote make ChatGPT act like a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. He can also be a mimic, and you can have a conversation. Let's say tomorrow you have an interview and you can have ChatGPT bounce back some questions which are hard to tackle, and that prepares you. So yeah, I mean, instead of just using it for writing some content or doing some designs, I'm glad you're using it for things beyond that. Super.
So ChatGPT is your favorite tool.
Yeah.
Okay. And are your designers using platforms like Canva or Figma
Yes.
and like
Absolutely. So, as I said a while back, back in 2020, 21, we realized these AI tools, including the ones which initially disrupted the content team and eventually moved on to disrupt how the social media team works, graphic teams, paid media. Each and every team was, I could see it that writing is on the wall. एक के बाद एक सबका नंबर आने वाला है. So I address my team. I explain them that this is what I can predict that is going to make greater influx inroads into our day-to-day lives, including with your work. So if you want to survive this, better accept, integrate, and move. So we have majority of our teams using the AI tools, which enhances productivity, saves on time, and makes us more high performing agency.
Absolutely. Tell me something. So when it comes to the book, right? Who are you selling this to? Is it for founders? Is it for anyone who's looking at?
The book is targeted for the following 3 audiences. First, for founders and aspiring founders, as the title suggests. Next, for working professionals. And lastly, for students who are ready to step into the professional world. I think
Amazing.
This is going to be the go-to guide for all these 3 kind of people. And I can tell you, I can put my money when I say this on your show that every minute and every penny that you're going to invest on this book is going to be worth your time and effort.
That is awesome. I love the confidence with which you can claim that. So yeah, I hope that you're able to.
I mean,
sell
I'm not claiming it
this.
myself, Sharmin, and I don't want to sound pompous, but as we speak, the book is right now the #1 bestseller in the marketing category, in the management, and in the entrepreneurship category on Amazon. So
amazing.
Yeah.
That was my next question that you mentioned, but amazing. I'm so glad. And help me understand this. What is the one thing, that one message that you would want to give to startup founders? So let's break it down into 2 points. First is obviously from the fact that what message do you have from your personal experience of being a founder, right? And the second thing from the point that when should they reach out to you guys, let's say for their digital marketing or for their content marketing? When is the right time? Should it be after launch or from the day one that when they are thinking of starting to build a company? So 2 questions.
Yeah. I always like to go back to the basics, Sharmin, and I strongly believe there is no substitute to hard work. You have these AI tools, you have technology, all of that is fine. Teamwork is definitely something that I strongly believe in, but on top of all this, if there's one message that I'd like to give to your viewers, it would be work hard and keep repeating it. Keep doing it every single day. There is no substitute to hard work. And I'm really very, very sorry to dishearten all the people who think that smart work can take you places. Yes, smart work is going to speed up the journey and take you there faster. But keep working hard and stay focused. Keep doing it every single day. Be consistent.
Don't give up. You have to keep at it.
Absolutely.
And the second question was, when do you think is the right time to reach out to a marketing agency, right? Is it from day one or is it after they've built
Sharmin,
the product?
depends on what is the startup about, what is it offering, what is the product and the service, who is it targeted to. So it depends on quite a bit of things. But if I have to answer this, there's no right time as such. It's more about what are you focusing on. Are you trying to first create awareness, build your brand, create a story around it, make it a compelling story? Yes, for all of that, you have to have a specialized team to support you, guide you, make that right for you. And once you have crossed that stage, just because you are already a successful serial entrepreneur, you would know this, that on entrepreneurship journey, a startup has different phases. So when you are at the growth stage, of course, you need somebody who can help you scale up your sales, push your inquiries, and take your overall game to the next orbit. So depending on which stage your startup is, you would need teams to assist you. But definitely from the starting point, having somebody who has good understanding about this is certainly going to add value to your journey.
One thing that I've realized in my entrepreneurial journey is that, and this is actually from the mistakes that we made earlier. Initially we were like, let's wait till the product is done and then we'll start marketing. But then in the third startup, what we did was just the opposite.
Okay.
We actually started marketing from day one.
Absolutely.
And then we realized that there is
must have been a different game altogether.
Yes, right. And we got to like 3.5 million ARR in 6 months. That was because we'd already built a pipeline through the marketing that we'd done, right?
Absolutely.
And another thing that I strongly feel is that now, in today's day and age, where everything is AI-led, right? I don't think technology is the differentiator anymore.
Absolutely.
It's become a cat and mouse chase. The one who has greater marketing skills, the one who's got the early funds to like go market it quickly, they are the ones who just win the game and move ahead.
Absolutely.
Right? They had to stay. So marketing is the new moat. Define your market and go ahead.
Absolutely. I'm so glad that I have a chance to be sitting with somebody who understands the true value that marketing can offer if done properly, if done with the right team, if done with the right intent.
Yes, I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree. Yes.
Before you let me go, I have a couple of questions to you.
Sure, yes.
First of all, whatever little I could gather before we sat for this, I am truly impressed. Truly impressed with the amount of things that you've been able to accomplish in such a short span of time. You want to tell us what's your blueprint for the same? Like, how did you achieve so much in so little time?
I think the only blueprint that I follow, and this is from a personal journey. Initially, of course, I didn't have a blueprint from day one.
Mm-hmm.
But now, after being an entrepreneur for the last 11 years, and 4 years before that, I was in a corporate environment, 15 years totally of my career, you just have to keep at it. You just keep doing what you're doing and just stay alive, don't get killed, don't die. Eventually, if you are true to what you are, and, if you're hardworking and if you respect the people, the team, you will eventually become very rich.
Yeah.
Eventually, you will make it.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course, for me, it's the team. There is no substitute to the team. I've always said this, that you need to have a world-class team in place.
Absolutely.
Because I have the vision. I know what I want, but I am not the person who can execute things completely.
Absolutely.
I am the visionary. I'll tell people what I want to do, but getting shit done, that is something that the team can do it.
Absolutely.
So,
I think, that reminds me of a beautiful quote which says, you are as good as your team.
Absolutely.
No matter how good your vision is, if you don't have a team backing it up.
Yeah, so you need to have a great team in place.
Super.
That's my only thesis, my only blueprint in life otherwise, and I think I'm really good at selling myself. I do that a lot. Either you call it hype marketing, or you call it being at the right place at the right time. I mean, I wasn't always there at the right place at the right time, but now I've learned it. So,
Superb.
Finding opportunity in adversity, that is something, an art that I've learned.
So let me take an opportunity, as you say that you're very good at selling yourself. I just hope reading this book, you'll just get a little better at what you're already good at.
Yes, thank you. You should get this book. Where can people buy this book? I know
this book is
Amazon.
available in all the leading bookstores across the country, Sharmin.
I'm going to just keep it here.
Yeah, it's available in all the leading bookstores, including the airport bookstores across the
Nice.
country, and of course on Amazon, Flipkart, and few other online
Nice.
portals.
So we can order it online
Absolutely.
on Amazon, Flipkart.
You order it today and you get
Yes.
it by end of the day.
Amazing. How much is the book for?
Depends on the amount of percentage of discount that these guys are putting, which
what's-
keeps changing.
what's
But
the
the
standard
MRP is
price?
599.
599.
Yes.
Okay. And do you also have an audio version of this?
Yes, it's available on Kindle, and
okay.
you can buy that on Amazon. Absolutely.
Amazing. This is so much fun. Pramod, I had a great time chatting with you.
Same here.
And Pramod, it was amazing chatting with you. Thank you so much. I must say that Pramod also comes from the same city where I belong, Calcutta, and that's yay. This is amazing. I'm so
Absolutely.
glad I could add a little bit of value in your journey. And to all you startup founders watching us, if you're building a product and you want it to be the $1 million blockbuster thing tomorrow, I must say that you should reach out to Kreative Machines, and you will find all the details below in the caption. Reach out to them, set up your call, fill out the questionnaire, and someone from their team will reach out to you. And do not forget to read the book, The Startup Founder's Guide to Digital Marketing by Pramod Maloo, and also by HarperCollins, right? That's amazing.
Thank you so much. I truly appreciate, Sharmin, you taking time out to have a chat with me, doing a bit of promotion for my book, and saying all the good things, for all the goodness. Gratitude, lots of gratitude. Thank you so much. God bless us all.
Thank you.